top stories. Governor General pays courtesy call on Coast Guard base. Prime Minister Gary Conille sworn in as Haiti's new prime minister, and Japanese officials inspect Toyota headquarters amid scandal. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday newscast. Today is Tuesday, June 4th, 2024. I'm Scotticia Hendrickson. Nationally, Governor General Dame Marcella Liburd GCMG JP, the Commander-in-Chief of the St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force, made a courtesy call on the men and women of the Coast Guard units on May 29, 2024. Dame Marcella is the first head of state to officially visit the Coast Guard base in 2 decades, signaling her commitment to support the armed forces in the Twin Island Federation. Commander of the Coast Guard unit, Captain Kenisha Garnett, welcomed Dame Marcella to the base and invited her to inspect the troops. He then conducted a tour of the base, pointing out operational and strategic areas, classrooms, conference rooms and offices, living quarters, and other sections. Commander of the SKNDF, Lieutenant Colonel J. Anthony Comrie, also participated and was a part of the subsequent tour. During the tour, the Governor General was briefed on several staff recognition initiatives at the base, and she pledged that the Office of the Governor General will continue supporting the Sailor of the Year award presented annually to an outstanding individual. Dame Marcella disclosed that she will assist in acquiring pieces of equipment needed for the comfort of personnel stationed at the facility. The Governor General also traveled to Nevis to meet and greet the men and women at Camp Fountain, completing her visit to the armed forces. As St. Kitts and Nevis and the rest of the Caribbean region prepares for the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season, Her Excellency Jacinth Henry Matting, Ambassador of St. Kitts and Nevis to the United States, participated in a high-level virtual event entitled Hurricane Readiness, Building Climate Resilience in the Caribbean, hosted by the Atlantic Council's Caribbean Initiative. In responding to the question of what climate resilience looks like in St. Kitts and Nevis ahead of the hurricane season, Ambassador Henry Matting said a top-down, bottom-up approach is necessary.
In St. Kitts and Nevis, as in the broader Caribbean, climate resilience manifests itself in a number of policies, initiatives, and strategies aimed at reducing vulnerability and enhancing adaptive capacity. For us in St. Kitts and Nevis, this speaks to a top-down and a bottom-up approach, which involves the enacting of appropriate legislation and regulations, public awareness, and education campaigns. Implementation of early warning systems and protocols, recognition of and responsive research on the impact of climate change, monitoring air quality and excessive heat, which we all are passing through at this moment, through defined networks and mechanisms. I think we also have continuously to improve emergency and disaster response plans.
She spoke of the role renewable energy can play in climate resilience.
In St. Kitts and Nevis, we are strident in the quest to leverage our potential for renewable energy, which becomes a factor as well. The more the storms come, our dependence on fossil energy is really puts us in very compromising positions. And so try to look at renewable forms of energy because a lot of our economies are based on how we are going to respond, for example, in tourism, in agriculture. And so energy is a factor there.
Panelists explored vital strategies to bolster the region's preparedness and resilience against hurricanes amid the growing climate resistance and crisis, and discussed critical actionable solutions and collaborative endeavors to enhance the Caribbean's climate adaptation, mitigation, and recovery efforts. The Climate Action Unit of the Ministry of Environment, Climate Action and Constituency Empowerment hosted a 4-day technical training that focused on the Low Emission Analysis Platform, LEAP, from May 27th to 30th at the National ICT Center. The workshop was held as St. Kitts and Nevis does its part in intensifying efforts to mitigate the impacts of climate change. LEAP is used for energy and climate mitigation planning to strengthen the capabilities and capacities of relevant public and private sectors within St. Kitts and Nevis. It is also used to participate in the preparedness and preparation of mitigation assessments for national communications and biennial update reports and develop their national determined contributions. The training catered to businesses and establishments whose work is connected to electricity generation and transport subsectors to create a framework that tracks St. Kitts and Nevis's nationally determined contribution, projections of greenhouse gas emissions, and support reporting in the respective fields. The sessions were facilitated by consultants from the Caribbean Cooperative Measurement, Reporting and Verification